Today's sponsor, RME, right by you.
RME, proud sponsor of Curl Manitoba and the Women of the Rings Provincials. With 10 locations in Manitoba, RME is your preferred Case IH equipment dealer. RME, right by you.
You grow up in a small town, and in this part of the world, you basically learn how to curl real young. Kids and even adults, they didn't have a place to go because so many facilities were closed. So people started gravitating to our rink and coming out and skating, curling. It became a place to come every weekend for so many families. We would see upwards of 70 people coming and going, on a given Saturday or Sunday. I think it means a huge amount to so many people. It's an opportunity for friends, family, everybody to get together, have some fun.
Today's sponsor, PharmaSave. Canada's community pharmacy is proud to support Canada's community game.
At PharmaSave, we see you, and we care. We see the people in your life who depend on you, so you can depend on us. For prescriptions for common conditions, expert health advice, or support for life's little mishaps, come talk to your PharmaSave pharmacist.
And now collect and redeem Air Miles reward miles for even more value at PharmaSave.
Today's sponsor, Recycle Everywhere. You drink it, you bin it.
So you still don't recycle this at the office?
'Cause you're too busy? Work.
Or you're too important, like the boss.
The big boss. Do this, do that. Oh, recycling's not in your job description? Hey, not my problem.
Recycling's not in your inbox? Not in your to-do list? Hello? You drink it, you bin it.
Curl Manitoba is proudly sponsored by Manitoba Pork. Good for me, good for Manitoba.
Original 16. Celebrate things done well.
At Viterra, we believe in the power of connection. Our world-leading agriculture network connects producers and consumers to supply top-quality food ingredients each and every day. Our team takes great pride in working closely with farmers to help feed the world. It's something we've been doing for over 100 years. And as an industry leader, we're dedicated to playing a critical role in meeting the needs of a growing world. Because together, we're stronger and achieve more.
Why not? Just watch. Why not? Keep scrolling, I slide. Why not?
As a broadcaster and Hall of Fame football player, I'm constantly in the lab of life. For 15 years, my friends at Knott Auto Corp have been pioneers as well.
Why not?
Introducing Winnipeg Car Lab, custom car wraps, graphics, and auto
Why
services.
not?
Winnipeg, why not get in the lab?
From small towns to big cities, Chicken Chef is comfort food you can count on. We're your chicken choice, and pizza choice, and salad choice, and so much more. Chicken Chef, bring your appetite. We'll take care of the rest.
For exceptional customer service that measures up to any job, see the experts at McMahon & Yates. From tools to materials and everything in between. The experts at McMahon & Yates make sure that you have everything you need for your next project. All delivered right to your door. McMahon & Yates. Make it better.
Eat.
Meet.
Stay.
Canada Inn's destination centers are your home for hospitality, with 10 locations in Manitoba and 1 in North Dakota, featuring the finest in accommodations, food and beverage, entertainment, banquet and conference facilities, and so much more. For the best service and best value, your only stop is Canada Inn's. Call today at 1-888-33-CANAD or visit us right now at canadinns.com.
New at Asham, the Shore Glide Delivery Aid. Precision, stability, and style all in one. Available with or without Broom Caddy. With its durable design, it's built to last season after season. Check out our website at asham.com.
Today's sponsor, Co-ops of Manitoba. Win a chance to cheer on Team Canada at the Worlds in Moose Jaw, the Jets, the Bombers, the Goldeyes, or your favorite on a night out at Assiniboia Downs. And support the Manitoba Curling Hall of Fame and Museum effort to preserve Manitoba's curling history and celebrate the greats in Manitoba curling. It's a Manitoba sports ticket raffle. Tickets are $5, 3 for $10, 10 for $25, or 40 for $50. Scan the QR code on your screen now for the complete prize and raffle details and to buy your tickets, or go to fundingchange.ca/MB Curl Museum. Thank you for joining us for this Manitoba Championship draw, brought to you by Seagram's 83, Manitoba's #1 whiskey.
RME, proud sponsor of Curl Manitoba and the Women of the Rings Provincials. With 10 locations in Manitoba, RME is your preferred Case IH equipment dealer. RME, right by you.
Good evening and welcome to the Millennium Recreation Complex, Pilot Mound, Manitoba. It is the first of the championship round games, crossover games from on tonight's draw, 2 draws again tomorrow, and our feature tonight is Team McLeod versus Team Watling. That is Christy Watling from the East St. Paul Curling Club, finished number 3 ranked in the Ultra Force pool. Lisa McLeod finished ranked number 1 in the Asham pool. McLeod and Aileen McFarlane actually tied in that 4-1 record, but McLeod had won the game earlier in the week, so they are awarded first place. McLeod, Watling. It's going to be a very interesting game, and I'm very delighted to be working with for the very first time, and I hope not the last time, Jill Officer, Olympic gold medalist, world champion, Curl Manitoba's high performance director, if that's the right title, Jill. Thank you so much for joining in.
You got it, Resby. You got it all right.
So you've been there. What do you think? What do you think of the event? What do you think of the curling?
Yeah, it's a nice little venue here, and it's a little warmer than it was earlier in the week. I just got out here today, but so far so good. Saw one game this afternoon that was entertaining, and I think some of the teams are still trying to figure out the ice a little bit in terms of weight and hit what they need to do in order to make a very precise hit and draw. But I think now we'll start to see everybody tighten that up a little bit.
Does that observation apply to all of the teams? Does it apply to the less experienced teams? What's your feeling?
I think it applies to all of the teams from what I've seen. I didn't see a ton prior to coming out, to be honest, but even just this afternoon, between Watling and Peterson, there seemed to be a reasonable number of uncharacteristic misses, and I think it was a matter of not always throwing the right speed and just a little bit of inconsistent release that then made it probably look worse than it actually was. So it'll be interesting to see if particularly Watling's team, only because I saw them this afternoon, but if they can be a little bit sharper tonight.
Both teams did play on this. I just am not going to try to talk over screaming curlers. Both teams did play on this sheet earlier today. Both teams played the Yellowstones. McLeod won with yellow, and Watling lost with yellow. So I'm guessing both teams are happy with the colors that they're throwing. Watling would like to change from that perception of the yellow that didn't succeed with.
Yeah, it probably doesn't hurt, that's for sure. I did think about that as well. I thought, they're probably happy, to be a different color. But even sometimes with a loss, having the same color, if you're confident with the rocks or you know what they're doing and that maybe it was just that you weren't executing or throwing them properly, then sometimes it's beneficial to actually have the same set of rocks. You just have to park the idea of the fact that you lost with them. But I suspect in this case they're probably just as happy to have either set, really, because you know, they get the yellows out of their hands. But if they'd had the yellows, at least they threw them once.
Maybe not. Let it work. Line's good. Starting to go. Easy. No. Line's okay.
So early rocks Watling into the rings, a little bit back of the tee line. A couple of guards. The McLeod draw a little light to come past the guard.
Yeah, we've typically, from what I've seen, it's typically been the case of the heavies more than anything. I think it's just the ice is really great. It's fast and it's curling a lot, but if you throw that little extra weight, you just don't get even close to the result that you're looking for, and it seems to just keep sliding.
Weight critical on when it begins to curl, isn't it? And that really is the key. As it curls, it takes that weight off, but if you just have that little bit extra weight to run across the curl, you're in trouble.
Yeah, it really seemed in the game that I did this afternoon, it really seemed to make a difference. If you had that extra couple of feet weight, it really had a completely different trajectory coming down the sheet.
So another example, just a little overweight, and Watling now with an opportunity to put a third stone in behind a couple of centers.
Yeah, it'll be really important for them to be in the top half of the house on this one. We can't afford to be heavy again here. You don't want to create a wall for your opposition at the back of the house. Even top 12, top 8. Even that's probably on the side of too deep. A little bit of space here now for McLeod's team to come down, freeze to it, even just tap it a little bit.
We can play here, but try to send it back. Okay.
Well, they've elected to play the run back instead. A little more, keeping it a little bit more simple. That way, if they just peel, at least they're opening it up, making sure that their scoring area is available to them on the last rock.
And if they do run it through,
Hard over center. Get it over center, Jen. Yep, close. Yep. Good.
Really nice shot. Really nice control on that too. It didn't overthrow it, just threw the weight that was necessary, but enough that they could manage it.
An outstanding result to get rid of two reds and also actually roll a little bit under the guards.
Yeah, it's actually overburied. Watling will just look to play the freeze here. And again, the sweeper's just walking beside it.
I know. I was like,
everyone just really getting caught on the speed of the ice.
That'll be the highlight reel.
I'm not sure it will be in the highlight reel, but
is there a highlight reel? That's the first question.
But when you've got a little bit of a miss like that, you've got to have the right attitude about it. You've got to realize what you did wrong, but
I
can't
think
let it weigh on you.
I think it was the McLeod team that was actually speaking about the previous shot being part of the highlight reel.
Well, then it truly was.
Yes.
Okay, just stay close. Really? Yep, straight. Yep, hard. You're gonna have to rub. Whoa. Okay.
And once again, just that little bit too heavy.
Yeah, and now they've just left a pocket here for Watling to try to take any sort of end away that McLeod had going. See if Laura Burtnick can make an adjustment on her speed here, second time down.
No.
The sweepers are still walking beside this one.
No, it's back 8.
actually ended up with more.
Okay.
She's going to slide right by. She's going to rub that second shot stone, but just touch it, and has let the McLeod team off the hook.
Or a little less. This is even fine. So 15?
Christine McKay throws third stones for Lisa McLeod.
There's been a number of rocks down this path now. It's only going to get keener as they do it. Even the McLeod sweepers are also calling back 8.
Jen! Curl. Yep, curl. Yep.
Just the weight and the line is just not giving the sweepers anything to work with.
So another opportunity for Watling to
No, I agree. Yeah. 5.
take this end away from McLeod.
I like 5.
Skip rocks to come. Surprisingly, 6 rocks clustered around the back of the forefoot. You mentioned a wall earlier. That definitely is one.
Yeah, I agree. You can drag it there. Line's good. Easy. Line's good. Easy right now. Easy. Lots of line. No, it's starting to curl. Line's okay. Curl if you can. Close. That line. Curl if you can. Yes, line. 4, 6.
This one looks a lot closer.
Hard, Sarah, push. Hard.
And it is going to nestle right in there on the button.
Finally one that had to be swept. I'm sure Christy's pretty relieved to have that nice draw weight on her first rock of the game. Had a 14-8 on that, Resby.
Good.
Probably back 4.
And we'll be perfectly honest and tell the folks that you know much better than I do exactly what that means.
Well, yeah, that's a time between the hog lines that we use to determine, sort of how the ice is running and the speed of, and then we can relate it to how hard we have to kick essentially out of the hack. So 14.8 is a really perfect speed for an event like this. Saw some earlier today that were a little bit higher times, meaning it's even faster.
In the range of 15 is really kind of like.
Yeah, even 14.5, 15 is really nice speed. So Lisa's trying to play this run back again to get this one off the button. Looks like it's over curled though. Ooh, over curled, but clipped that guard and still made
cleared
some
all
noise.
the guards.
Still made some noise in the rings.
Creates an interesting situation now for Watling, because all of a sudden there is the potential for a couple of yellows to score here.
Same weight, it's fine. Close.
Yeah. So the Team Watling's elected to just freeze to that yellow one. It avoids leaving McLeod a double of any sorts. Sort of guards the one that they have on the button.
Same weight.
And makes it difficult for McLeod to score a single.
And it is exactly the same shot that she just threw.
Yes, you heard them talk about same ice and same weight. They do actually need it to curl maybe a little bit more than her first one. I didn't see where the first ice was and whether they actually took the same. But it will need to cross the center line this time.
Okay, curl. Go then. Line's fine. Hard. 5-3. Hard.
Final stone of the end for Christy Watling.
This one was a 15-3, so that is a little bit lighter. Plus they were going across the path a little bit more, the center path, just a slightly different path than her first one. They would have been probably better off. The tolerance on that shot would have been better to tap it probably a little bit, because it still would have been hard for Lisa to remove the reds without jamming on things.
I'd say so, yeah. I'll just take a little more ice.
Now she's electing to play a double across the top of that back one, hoping to get to. She could play the out-turn tap. Tap that one off the button for 3.
Effectively following the Watling stones, just with the weight to get to the rock on the button.
Yeah, she seems really confident in calling this shot. I think I would have taken a second look at the tap for 3. Just to hit this fairly on the high side in order to get rid of the first red that she's hitting. She's got to be able to spring it across the top of the second one.
So she makes the contact. She does get the double kill and puts 2 on the scoreboard. She was confident in the shot, and she made the shot. It is a McLeod deuce. 2 points for McLeod. None yet for Watling, but we'll expect her to score in the second, and we will have that in a moment.
Today's sponsor, RME, right by you.
RME, proud sponsor of Curl Manitoba and the Women of the Rings Provincials. With 10 locations in Manitoba, RME is your preferred Case IH equipment dealer. RME, right by you.
Today's sponsor, Recycle Everywhere. You drink it, you bin it.
For exceptional customer service that measures up to any job, see the experts at McMahon & Yates. From tools to materials and everything in between, McMahon & Yates. Make it better.
Today's sponsor, Co-ops of Manitoba.
Back in Pilot Mound, the RME Women of the Rings presented by Case IH, Curl Manitoba's 2025 Manitoba Women's Curling Championship. Lisa McLeod, nice double kill to score a pair on the opening end, and takes that 2-point lead. Just going to take a moment to explain this current structure of the Manitoba Women's Championship. The top 3 teams in each of the pools advanced from the preliminary round that wrapped up this morning, and based on their ranking, the draw is set up to have each of the 3 teams play the other 3 teams from the other pool over this evening and the next 2 draws tomorrow. The top teams in the Asham pool were McLeod, who we're watching from the Pembina, and Haley McFarland from Neepawa. Both of them had 4-1 records. McLeod was awarded number 1 ranking in the group thanks to a win over McFarland on the opening draw of the competition on Wednesday. Top-seeded Kate Cameron from Heather missed her chance at the top ranking when she lost on an extra end earlier today to McLeod. The top teams in the Asham Ultra Forced pool were 3-time former champion Darcy Robertson, number 2 seed Beth Peterson, who also had 4-1 records. Robertson got the number 1 rank in the group because she beat Peterson on Wednesday evening in a game in which her team came back from 4 down twice. 3rd seed Christy Watling, who we're watching tonight, finished 3rd in the pool with a 3-2 record. So the games tonight are the number 1 versus number 3 in each pool, and that is McLeod Watling and Robertson Cameron. The other game tonight are the number 2 teams from the pools, Peterson and McFarland. And in those other 2 games, no real excitement. Robertson and Peterson with hammer each scored a single point. So it's an interesting draw. 3 teams advance out of this championship pool. First off, Jill, catch us up on what's been going on while I've been blathering on about the format.
I'm glad you covered all that, though, Risby. McLeod went in on their first shot, and then corner guard was put up by Watling. McLeod was trying to tap theirs and maybe didn't give Jennifer Clark-Ruier enough ice. She had pretty good weight, but it over-curled to the back 12 foot behind that corner guard. And now Watling has made the come around on their corner guard, but that one at the back of the rings behind the corner guard might come in handy for Watling a little bit later. So now McLeod's team is again trying to tap this a little bit.
I'm going to ask you this one too, Jill. Do you like the new structure of this event? Fewer teams in it than when you were playing, and it's a format that's mirrors the national format, slightly smaller scale, obviously. Do you like the format?
Yeah, I think it makes sense. I think it makes it consistent for the teams and for the team that goes on to play in the national championships. Not a bad shot there. They only did eliminate one yellow rock, which is fine. They do have the hammer, but they would have liked to get that one yellow just a little bit. The one on the right hand side, they would have liked to get that move in a little bit further.
This is fine. Same weight. Top 8.
So McLeod electing to come around here to essentially try to cut off the 2 reds. They did talk about going around everything, which it looks like they're going to have to because it's way out. Yeah, just a bit too much weight. But a really, really good opportunity now for Watling to sit first, second, and fourth.
And with one of them very, very well buried under that corner guard.
Yes. So Lisa calling the triple. Trying to, well, if they can at least get rid of 2, but if they hit this right, they could touch all 3.
Yes.
Just a little tight there on release.
Well, they did touch all 3, but didn't remove only just 1.
Yeah, they are. Yellow is sitting second, so it does kind of force Watling to play around the corner guard again.
Yeah, I think so. I get moving so fast on mine.
Now Laura was heavy on both of hers in the first end. See if she can make a weight adjustment here. Sweepers are on it this time.
She did make the adjustment.
Yeah, and the sweepers thought it was light that time, but they got it there no problem.
Love to make this, but hit for now. Yeah, just nose. Yeah. Control. Oh yeah. Yep. Yeah, tight. Yes, I'm tight. Yep. Yep. Right up. Clean. Clean. Good. Thanks, sweet. 9-6.
Not as tight as she maybe was afraid she was. That nose hit nicely placed.
Yeah, not too much trouble with that one. Sometimes shots like this seem pretty simple. It's a wide open hit, just trying to stick it on the nose, but it's really important that they actually stick here because this is the way that they're going to keep their 2 points set up.
Keep the deuce in play.
Same thing. Control. Just nose it for now. Yep.
Skip rocks to come. Currently set up to score up there.
And Lisa McLeod wanted to say hi to her son, Locke. Hi, Locke, 5-year-old Locke. Don't know if he'll be able to stay up for the whole game, but Mom says hi.
Nice.
Curl. Yep. Curl. Hard, Tori. Curl. Hard to nose. Hard, right up.
She's going to get the outside of it. Is she going to stick? No, she's going to roll.
Okay. Do you hate this? Sorry? He's just happy with either.
Dale McEwen, who I worked with earlier in the week, was wearing a hat that was logoed. I don't hate it.
Yeah.
That seems appropriate for curling.
It does.
I feel like we hear that a lot, actually.
We do, don't we? It's strange.
Yeah. But it seemed to be Christy's first instinct to come over here behind the corner guard rather than drawing with what would be her intern as a left-hander. But she could just go to the open side, sort of freeze to that yellow one.
Yeah.
But by going here, if she can bury this in and freeze it to her own, they might have a good chance at scoring 3.
And there's a time in a game, and this is certainly early, but there's a time in a game when you have to say to yourself, I can make this shot, and the risk is worth it.
Well, Christy had 2 really good draws in the first end, so she probably feels quite confident.
Straight then. Straight. I know. He won't. I know.
Little bit of disagreement there between Emily in the house and the sweepers. I don't think they wanted to sweep it because they could see that it was heavy and they knew that it had to sit for second shot. And Emily just trying to get it, make sure that it wasn't going to tick their own and potentially leave a double for McLeod.
But McLeod has the opportunity to take this end away by freezing. Although it's the angles are such that it's going to be very difficult not to leave Watling something.
Yeah, this is a very precise shot. I mean, she has to make freeze here, and she can't afford to chap off and leave a potential shot for 3.
That's why we panicked on Morris, because she kicked out with.
Lisa McLeod, her final stone here in the second end.
Line only right now. Okay though. Ball tap. Hold in, let it work.
This one has a lot of moving to do. It's not even close to the other side of center yet. She must be a little heavy.
That's fine where you slid. Okay. No.
Well, after Some pretty good draw weight. She lost it on that rock, slides right through. Final stone for Watling, and an opportunity to put one in the 8-foot circle to put 3 on the board.
No, you're okay. Hard! Looks close. Hard! 5-8 hard!
15-8, that's a bit of a higher number than we've seen, which is why the sweepers had to sweep that most of the way, but no problem getting it there.
But they do make it, and it is a 3 count, so that Watling, after giving up the 2 in the first, jumps ahead 3-2. After 2, we'll be back with the third end from Pilot Mound in just a moment.
Today's sponsor, PharmaSave. Canada's community pharmacy is proud to support Canada's community game. Win a chance to cheer on Team Canada at the Worlds in Moose Jaw, the Jets, the Bombers, the Goldeyes, or your favorite on a night out at Assiniboia Downs. And support the Manitoba Curling Hall of Fame and Museum effort to preserve Manitoba's curling history and celebrate the greats in Manitoba curling. It's a Manitoba sports ticket raffle. Tickets are $5, 3 for $10, 10 for $25, or 40 for $50. Scan the QR code on your screen now for the complete prize and raffle details and to buy your tickets, or go to fundingchange.ca/MB Curl Museum. Today's sponsor, Sunrise Credit Union. Building a brighter future together.
If you grow up in a small town in this part of the world, you basically learn how to curl real young. Kids and even adults who didn't have a place to go because so many facilities were closed. So people started gravitating to our rink and coming out and skating, curling. It became a place to come every weekend for so many families. We would see upwards of 70 people coming and going, on a given Saturday or Sunday. I think it means a huge amount to so many people. It's an opportunity for friends, family, everybody to get together, have some fun.
We're back with end number 3 of our feature game. Christy Watling, Lisa McLeod, a 3-2 score for Watling. McLeod just heavy on a draw that slid through the back of the rings, allowing Watling a last shot draw for 3 to take the 1-point lead as we play the third end.
That really came down without them having a broom on it. The sweepers looked like they did not ever want to touch that.
I don't want to know. Yeah, wasn't true.
Even you hear Christy saying it. She didn't want to tell them what the hog-to-hog time was because it probably is not comparable to what they've normally been seeing, and that can sometimes throw you off. Especially because they weren't cleaning it or sweeping it at all, and they haven't played a ton down this side of the sheet yet in the game, so it came off more than I think they anticipated.
Top 4, top 8. Yep. You're touching this. Yep. We're to it. Whoa.
So McLeod draws, taps. Nice angle against that red.
Go around everything. I like it. Either that or this. And half. Which one? Okay, hack. Okay.
Across the games I've done, Jill, I've been really impressed with how few times playing a shot like this, how few times they contact that center guard. The precision really is remarkable.
Yeah, these are the tricky shots to play too, because you're throwing a little bit less weight. Sometimes it's, especially earlier in the game, sometimes when you're throwing down the middle of the sheet, if it hasn't been played much, it has a tendency to curl a little bit more. So that was really good control on that one to make the hit, the tap out and roll. With what I've seen in the tendency to overthrow the weights here, given the fast speed of the ice, those hack waiters are probably one of the hardest ones to throw.
Mm-hmm.
Yes!
So McLeod will try to hit and roll. She's over curling.
Yeah, we just heard her say that it really jumped. And again, they haven't played a lot down this side of the sheet just yet in this game. So might just still be hitting some fresher pebble.
You're probably just going to do that. Yeah, I know, me too. Throw like top 4, top 8 weight.
Yeah. Similar to what I see. Yeah.
Line size, yep, little bit for line. Hard! Yep! Hard! Gotta go! Hard line! Hard, Sarah! Where is it? Hard line! Hard line! Hard line! Hard!
Trying to stay a bit on the high side of this, but it's really curling over. Just not quite enough weight. But that works out, not bad.
Normal down. Normal. Normal down. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
McLeod's just trying to make a double here and stick their shooter, partially at least, behind the guard.
Yep, straight, hard. Hard, hard, hard. Go,
Again, you heard Lisa say really jumped. I thought they were trying to play it to move that red and Resby, but that wasn't a lot of weight to do that.
You tap it a bit, that's fine. I think T-line. Yeah, I was thinking T-line weight. Just T-line. Whoa. Back 4. Whoa. Back 4. Whoa. Trying. Whoa. Yep, yep, yep. Hard.
Yeah, this side just gets to a spot and it really starts to move.
Go, 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 go. Hard.
And come off a little bit. The sweepers were calling back 4 on that, and it probably only ended up about top 4.
4-6.
Yeah, 14-6 on that spot. We've seen a little bit higher numbers in other spots.
Well, like it was, and it probably was back 4, and then it came off to.
Whoa. Okay, clean. Clean. Yep. Yep. Whoa. Yep, yep. Yep. Whoa, whoa. Whoa. Good. Nice shot.
Just jiggled things around a little bit, but still probably advantage Watling on the angles.
I was thinking freeze here because of this. Full 12.
Yeah. We'll swim this way because I was tall. Yeah, nice release here.
Just trying to get an angle on this that makes it difficult for them to for Team McLeod to use this Yellowstone.
We can for line. It has to curl. Curl. Hard. Hard. Good. That's what. 5-5.
Thought I was timing that one. No, I have 6 minutes.
If we hit this, at least we kill one. Okay? And they might smash something back, but it's not terrible. You might chip ours, but that's okay. I think you gotta open this up. Normal down. Okay.
They're going to jiggle some stuff around here.
Yep. Yes. Yep, gotta go. Hard chin.
This is tight. I think they'll be lucky to get it by the guard.
No chance. Whoa, whoa. Okay, you're ticking. Whoa. Good weight.
That's the right way to miss that, clear that guard.
Yeah, I guess you can. Yeah. Do you want, what kind of weight? Do you want to try and kill this too, or no? Okay. It's a 10?
No.
Yeah.
Her hair low?
Yeah, hair low if I can.
His nose it goes.
Yeah.
Hair low. I think so.
I think it'll go.
Okay.
You can tighten it up just later.
I like that.
Okay.
So just trying to hit their own a little bit more toward the center line side of the rock, if anything. Remove that one yellow rock and even just sit their shooter in front of the other yellow rock would be
I was just thinking because you can hit it low.
fairly nice. Even just on the nose is fine. Keeps the angles probably in a good position for Watling.
It's a good 10. Whoa, yeah. Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Yep. Yes. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Curl. Curl. Hard.
Girl. Good. 10-4.
That's good.
Well, they got a bit of action off of that red one that they hit, so they staggered them a little bit.
Back, but then I have an open hit. Yep. Okay. So
Leaves a double here for Leafs McLeod.
Okay. We can under curl this one and kill it back, so I don't want to over ice. Sorry, yeah, that's what I mean.
Seeing the same thing.
Make the vertical double, or not the vertical, but the top double. Normal up. We want to get to nose. If we over curl it, that's better than under curling it.
It really is the best when the players explain what they're doing so clearly.
Clean. Yep. Whoa. Yes. Yes. Whoa. Yep. Yes. Right up. Right up.
Just what she wanted, but it does leave a double back for Christy Watling.
Hanging over the goal. No, because I think if it doesn't, it just opens this up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you can hit a high, you're always hitting a 3.
Yeah.
So they'll
Yeah, that's why I
look
was
at
playing the 2. But,
punching the red onto the yellow to
The 10-5 weight.
and maybe get a little roll action onto the center line.
Yeah, I think just trying to
Nose hair high.
have that red one be a little bit tucked underneath the yellow that's on the center line. Then it makes it really difficult for McLeod to run that yellow one back into the shot rock on the button. So if they can get it a little bit tucked underneath that one that's on the center line, it'll be really tough for Lisa to be able to score.
Christy Watling's final stone here in the third end.
Hard! Hard!
And they just had it just a little bit too high, and wow, what a change of events.
Yeah, can we throw a little less weight? Oh yeah.
Be a nose hit run back for 3 here for McLeod. Yeah, Christy just hit that much too high.
Control. 10. Yeah. Give you a nice release.
So after giving up a 3 in that second end, McLeod now has the opportunity with that switch of turn of events to put 3 back on the board to reestablish her 2-point lead. Straight back hit.
Whoa! Curl! Take curl! No, no! Clean! Curl! Curl!
This has to come up. It's got to cross the center line.
And just drives it past, leaving the single steal 4-2 lead for Watling over McLeod. We'll be back with the fourth end from Pilot Mound in just a moment.
Curl Manitoba is proudly sponsored by Manitoba Pork. Good for me, good for Manitoba.
Original 16. Celebrate things done well.
Thank you for joining us for this Manitoba Championship draw, brought to you by Seagram's 83, Manitoba's #1 whiskey.
New at Asham, the Shore Glide Delivery Aid. Precision, stability, and style all in one. Available with or without broom caddy. With its durable design, it's built to last season after season. Check out our website at asham.com.
If you grow up in a small town in this part of the world, you basically learn how to curl real young. Kids and even adults who didn't have a place to go because so many facilities were closed. So people started gravitating to our rink and coming out and skating, curling. It became a place to come every weekend for so many families. You would see upwards of 70 people coming and going, on a given Saturday or Sunday. I think it means a huge amount to so many people. It's an opportunity for friends, family, everybody to get together, have some fun.
Back in the Millennium Recreation Complex, Pilot Mound, Manitoba. Quick change of events on that third end. Watling looked like she may have given up a 3. McLeod just needed to make a nose hit, straight run back for a 3. Pushed it past. Jill, did you have a thought? Was it weight? Was it release?
I'm guessing it was maybe a little bit release. I don't think it didn't, when she released it, I didn't think it looked bad, and I actually thought it would curl the way she threw it, but she must have maybe slid a little bit wider than, or maybe she even over-iced herself. But yeah, it just didn't come up, and they didn't really have a chance to even try to manage it or sweep it because it just wasn't curling.
Well, a lost opportunity, no matter what the reason, and they need to regroup now, try to build another end.
Yeah, and they still have the last stone advantage. It's in an even end. They're down 2. If they can score 2 here and force to 1 and 5, they're in a really, for McLeod, they're in a pretty good position still.
Look across at the other games. Beth Peterson scored a deuce on the third end, leads Haley McFarland 3-1 after 3. Darcy Robertson They gave up a 2 to Cameron, blanked the third, so Robertson trails 2-1 after 3. And Jill, I'm going to make a comment, and I hope it comes out sounding right, because I know a guy can get in trouble saying things like, but I have tremendous admiration for the skill and the dedication of Darcy Robertson, who continues to play the game at such a high level. We talk about curling being a sport for life, and we genuinely mean it, but I think we generally mean that you compete at a slightly lower level, and then you continue to play the game because you love to play the game. But here's a woman who, in the 40th anniversary year of her first Manitoba Women's Championship,
Oh,
is
wow, I
still
did not know that.
among the. I love it when I can impress someone like you. Yeah, 1986 when Barb and Darcy won their first Scotties, and.
Wow.
What a tremendous example and inspiration to the young women who she's playing against this week, but playing at a very high level.
Yeah, really, and been at the top this week. Has beaten a couple of the top seeds this week. Just always has that draw weight in her back pocket, and that probably is what makes her so good still. And she's got a young team ahead of her now that can be her workhorses. And we saw that for a long time actually with Glenn Howard too, right? When his son came into men's play, and he picked up him and a couple of young guys, and then you have the experience at the helm and someone leading the team with all of that knowledge and experience to teach the younger ones. It's really great. And I think for Darcy, she just still loves the game and loves to compete. So it's good to see her out here still.
And from the game we broadcast the other night with Darcy, she was down 4 points twice in the game, came back to tie both times, and then stole to win. So she's still competitive, but she's still got fierce desire to win.
Yeah, definitely, and that's what you need too. That's why she's still playing here on Friday night.
Finished first in her pool, actually. So back to, I just wanted to get that in, and I hope it didn't come off wrong, but I just wanted to express my admiration for
yeah, absolutely.
Tremendously dedicated she is.
Yeah, absolutely. No, absolutely, Resby. And I love that you're always full of historical clips. Who was it on the sitcom Cheers that used to have all the knowledge? Cliff?
Oh, see, I'm not old enough. Yeah, well, now if you're calling me Cliff Clavin now, I'm not so sure anymore.
Oh, come on, I thought he was great. Your information is much more useful.
Oh, thank you. Or at least germane to the current setting.
Yes.
So a pair of McLeod stones, one full 4-foot, one biting 4-foot, and Laura Burtnick will play a run back, try to kill a couple.
Good shot there. Even though she didn't remove that other yellow one, she moved it out into the open.
Almost. Go for the roll. Is there other draw? No. Okay. Clean. Yep. Yes.
Even if they knows this, it's pretty good. Ideally, they were looking to roll behind the guards.
Clean. Nose is fine. Nose is fine. Clean. That's good. 10. Preference.
Long roll here. The angle's nice.
It is, and they are playing the outturn at it, so the roll will be a little bit flatter, which is completely fine. They're just trying to roll behind the guard. The trick with these outside in when you're trying to cross the face is finding the right the right weight and the right ice to make sure it does cross the face. This one's really finishing.
Good, Laura.
Just a little bit too much curl. Didn't get quite enough of it, but that's a wonderful roll. Unfortunately, behind the tee line.
It is behind the tee line, but it's also buried, so it works out okay. It was important that they sat for shot rock there. And it outcounts the other yellow one, so now McLeod has to draw.
You can wait. Well, if you can. Whoa, whoa, whoa. No line. Hanging. No line. Starting to be curl. It'll be curl when you can. Whoa. 14. Jen! Whoa. Let it sit. Jen! Yep. Go, Jen. Yep. Okay.
Well, they got maybe a quarter of it buried, but it is back tee, easily accessible for Christy Watling.
Once again, just showing that they just don't have the feel for the draw weight.
Yeah, like I'd say 90% of the draw misses at least have been on the heavy side. Seemed like 3 feet less weight. 3-4 feet less weight on that. It probably curls a foot more too, and it's easier to manage.
No. Well, I want to leave it double. Well, I think there's, I mean, it's hard to. Be like hacker bump. Yeah.
So Christy's coming
Little
back down.
conversation.
Yeah, to have a little conversation. I think they were originally just going to pick it out and then decided they could see at least half of the stone, and why not play a softer weight at it and try to tap it out and keep their shooter around.
Okay. It'll cross.
So I think they settled on hack weight, which makes sense based on the ice that she's taking.
Wants to cross it a little bit and roll under the guards. Rolling back across the center line, there's nothing wrong with that either.
No, that's just as fine. Little disagreement on which way to go. I think it was a little bit in between, and one caller made the decision to go one way and the other caller made the decision to go the other, and they ended up in the middle.
You want to throw like heavy draw?
No, I like hack. I think
like
you can
hack?
get there.
I think so. Because that was 11-8. I don't mind a little more. It's gonna hang. I think edge.
That was also her in-turn.
Yeah.
This is your out-turn.
My out-turn's gonna run okay. I'm okay with that ice. I don't want to under ice.
Okay.
What do you think?
Yeah, hit first, right?
Yeah.
So Lisa feels she can get to the inside, which I would agree with her based on what we just saw with Christy's shot. There was lots of room past the guard, and they
really want to get under.
probably could have gotten under themselves. So
8-ish, and mine, I want like a 12-5.
this one you can actually see more of than what Christy could see.
But I don't want to under ice.
It did roll back ever so slightly to the center line, so it did open it up a wee bit more.
I don't want to throw a ton of weight, so in that case it should be fine.
Lisa's out turn, a little tap, roll under the guards.
Whoa! Close. Curl!
Seems to me she's got a little bit more weight than what Christy had, so this just isn't coming up the same. You also heard them have discussion about Christy being a left-hander, so she's throwing a different turn and coming from a different hack and a different angle versus what Lisa's coming from. So it was just a little bit of a different trajectory of the rock down the sheet.
Watling's last here. That's the stick. There's the back of one.
This is one of those situations where you could choose to throw the draw to the 4 foot or almost 4 foot, or you can play this hit. I think Lisa tends to be more of a hitting player, so she's electing to play the hit instead of the draw.
Nose hit will count. A little bit of an inside roll just to be sure. And does exactly that. A single point for Lisa McLeod. Trails 4-3 to Christy Watling after 4 it ends. We'll be back with end number 5 in just a moment.
I don't remember.
Today's sponsor, Co-ops of Manitoba.
So you still don't recycle this at the office?
'Cause you're too busy? Work, work, work.
Or you're too important, like the boss.
The big boss. Do this, do that. Oh, recycling's not in your job description? Hey, not my problem.
Recycling's not in your inbox? Not in your to-do list? Hello? You drink it, you bin it.
Today's sponsor, Sunrise Credit Union. Building a brighter future together.
From small towns to big cities, Chicken Chef is comfort food you can count on. We're your chicken choice. And pizza choice. And salad choice. And so much more. Chicken Chef, bring your appetite. We'll take care of the rest.
(4-3) Christy Watling over McLeod. The difference in the game so far in the first 4 ends, really shot on the third, and McLeod had the opportunity for a straight run back for a single, and or for 3, in fact, gave up that single steal. But McLeod puts 1 on the board on the 4th, plays a center guard, which crosses center.
Yeah, you can almost argue that yellow one is a corner guard.
It is. Not by an old definition, but by the modern definition, yes. It truly is, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah, and I didn't mean that in a in a funny way, but you know, when you have ice like this, and I mean the button's wide open now, and you know you're a foot, more than a foot off the center line, it essentially acts as more of a corner guard.
Line's good. Top 12. Line's good. Top 8, top 12. Room then.
So Watling choosing to play to the wing, which in that case I don't mind. But I was never, we were never typically
gotta go.
You know, a team that we always went for the more aggressive shot, of course, but I didn't mind that necessarily in this context, given that the guard was off of the center line.
Where would your team most likely have gone with that red rock?
Probably around the center guard.
Which you would have considered a corner guard.
Well, yes, exactly, yes. But we still would have went around. You know what? Honestly, if it had been on the center line, we probably still would have went around it.
Yeah, exactly.
We were a very aggressive team.
Now, Jill, I hate to be predictable, but I know people are expecting me to ask, do you miss playing?
Yeah, I do sometimes, especially when I come to events like this where, you know, the ice is championship condition and there's fans in the stands and the, you know, the bright lights of the event and the atmosphere. I certainly do miss competing sometimes. It just doesn't fit into my schedule and my life right now, but maybe sometime I'll play maybe seniors. We'll see.
Oh, but my goodness, you've got to be 20 years at least from that.
Yes, let's go with that, Resby. Yes. Yeah, but I do miss it, but I certainly don't miss a lot of the work that came with us and how we chose to work our team, which was, you know,
right.
playing at a very high level and doing a lot of things every day to work toward that.
But you stay attached to the game in your role as the high performance director.
Yes. That's one way that I stay attached. As you may remember, Resby, I was also elected to the board of directors for World Curling back in September, so I'm very connected to the game in that regard as well.
It's an interesting organization. I had the privilege of being a Canadian delegate for 3 consecutive years, and challenging, frustrating, and yet there are some wonderful opportunities to be of service to the sport there.
Yeah, there's certainly a lot of things that go on behind the scenes of our sport and things that we don't always think of, and you know, it's hard for people on the outside sometimes to understand why things happen, but certainly when you get on the inside, you have a little more appreciation for the complexity of situations. But I've enjoyed my time. You and I were at a couple of World Curling Congresses together, Resby. At that time, I was on the Athlete Commission, and I think we were in Hungary. We were in Budapest, and I can't remember the other two. Oh, Geneva? No, Lausanne.
No, Slovenia, I think.
No, I wasn't.
Or were you?
No. Oh. I think there was a couple in there anyways.
Yeah, there were. Well, now that we've done our travel log after the game.
Yeah, and Watling here with Last Rock and in the Send, and they're set up for 2 so far.
McLeod needs to contact this red and roll under that yellow corner guard.
Yeah, they could also try to roll in front of the other red one.
Yep. No. Okay, roll then. Roll. Whoa. Close. Curl.
They are going to try to cross it, but it looks like they're going to be right in between.
Okay. Yeah, it's 10. Yeah.
First of Laura Burtnick's stones here in the 5th end.
Throwing a little bit less at this than what McLeod just threw, trying to get the roll under. Even an over roll is fine. Really nice. Perfect spot. Really nice controlled weight there to, for that shot to manage it. Sort of forces McLeod here to just hit the open one. They can't really afford to draw at this point. They don't want to give up more than 2.
Good, clean, clean. Good. Okay, nice one. Good. Felt nice, very nice. Oh, sorry. Well, wait.
Well, unless something untoward happens, this should play out to a deuce for the Reds, the Watling team.
Lisa's going to try to roll across the other side of the house.
We do.
They at least got to make an effort to get over there, not only behind the guard. Well, I mean, ideally behind the guard, but
Try the roll.
they just got to get over there to try to get the play over in that spot, and maybe have a
A
chance.
little extra ice. Hopefully we can keep it on the rolling side.
Try to take advantage of the guard with the last stone.
Whoa. Whoa. Yep. 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 Hard. 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 Any roll. Any roll. Okay. Okay. Can't hold it once it goes.
Red lies shot rock. But Watling won't play the nose hit.
Nose is fine here for Christie, but even a foot of a roll to the outside. You don't want to get too cute with it because you have to stick around, but a foot of a roll to the right, to the outside, just makes the hit and roll back to the other side of the rings even harder for McLeod.
I just patted myself on the back, Jill, because I was about to say exactly the same thing.
Good, we're on the same page. Now she's got a little bit more room with where that rock is. She has a little bit more space to work with in terms of the roll behind that corner guard. She has the back 4 foot and the back 8 foot, whereas if they had rolled a foot out, she would have only been able to roll to the back 8 foot at best and be shot. So it would have been a tighter area for her to roll to remain shot stone.
So the ideal roll is across the center line, probably to the tee line in the 4 foot circle.
Yeah, I imagine it would be a little bit behind the tee line.
Yeah, whoa. Yes. Whoa, whoa.
Wow, what a great shot. Really, really nice roll by Lisa there.
Good job. Good brush, you guys.
Really good shot.
Yeah, that saved the end from a deuce.
No chance of playing the red back onto the yellow? No, now that we see that shot, no. I take that back.
I was like, if you really want to stretch it, I guess you could.
Yeah.
No, it's not worth it.
No, I didn't. I hadn't noted that red was quite as buried as under the yellow. It's one of those, if you're down 2 coming home, you play it, but
yeah.
you don't really expect to make it. So final stone here in the 5th end. Draw to the 4-foot, draw to the button.
Ooh.
And
hey.
just stops in time. Single point, a 5-3 lead for Christy Watling over Lisa McLeod as we take our 5th end break. We'll be back in a few minutes with the 6th end, the second half of this game. Today's sponsor, RME, right by you.
RME, proud sponsor of Curl Manitoba and the Women of the Rings Provincials. With 10 locations in Manitoba, RME is your preferred Case IH equipment dealer. RME, right by you.
Today's sponsor, Sunrise Credit Union, building a brighter future together.
If you grow up in a small town in this part of the world, you basically learn how to curl real young. The kids and even adults, they didn't have a place to go because so many facilities were closed. So people started gravitating to our rink and coming out and skating, curling. It became a place to come every weekend for so many families. You would see upwards of 70 people coming and going, on a given Saturday or Sunday. I think it means a huge amount to so many people. It's an opportunity for friends, family, everybody to get together, have some fun.
Today's sponsor, PharmaSave. Canada's community pharmacy is proud to support Canada's community game.
At PharmaSave, we see you, and we care. We see the people in your life who depend on you, so you can depend on us. For prescriptions for common conditions, expert health advice, or support for life's little mishaps, come talk to your PharmaSave pharmacist.
And now collect and redeem Air Miles reward miles for even more value at PharmaSave.
At Viterra, we believe in the power of connection. Our world-leading agriculture network connects producers and consumers to supply top-quality food ingredients each and every day. Our team takes great pride in working closely with farmers to help feed the world. It's something we've been doing for over 100 years. And as an industry leader, we're dedicated to playing a critical role in meeting the needs of a growing world. Because together, we're stronger and achieve more.
For exceptional customer service that measures up to any job, see the experts at McMahon & Yates. From tools to materials and everything in between, the experts at McMahon & Yates make sure that you have everything you need for your next project, all delivered right to your door. McMahon & Yates. Make it better.
Eat.
Meet.
Stay.
Canad Inn's destination centers are your home for hospitality, with 10 locations in Manitoba and 1 in North Dakota, featuring the finest in accommodations, food and beverage, entertainment, banquet and conference facilities, and so much more. For the best service and best value, your only stop is Canad Inns. Call today at 1-888-33-CANAD or visit us right now at canadinns.com.
Today's sponsor, RME, right by you.
RME, proud sponsor of Curl Manitoba and the Women of the Rings Provincials. With 10 locations in Manitoba, RME is your preferred Case IH equipment dealer. RME, right by you.
Today's sponsor, Recycle Everywhere. You drink it, you bin it.
New at Asham, Load up and go with our redesigned curling broom bag on wheels. This bag's all-terrain heavy-duty wheels glide with ease. Its solid construction is durable and fits all your curling gear. Check out our website at asham.com.
We hope you're enjoying this Manitoba Championship Curling, brought to you by Seagram's VO, integrity, tradition, and craftsmanship.
Why not? Just watch. Why not? Keep scrolling, I slide. Why not?
As a broadcaster and Hall of Fame football player, I'm constantly in the lab of life. For 15 years, my friends at Not Auto Corp have been pioneers as well.
Why not?
Introducing Winnipeg Car Lab, custom car wraps, graphics, and auto
Why
services.
not?
Winnipeg, why not get in the lab?
Back in the Millennium Recreation Complex in Pilot Mound, Manitoba, the RME Women of the Rings, presented by Case IH. It is a 5-3 lead for Christy Watling over Lisa McLeod. And as we get into this first end, we got big doings a sheet over, not so much on the Robertson-Cameron game. Robertson had scored one on the fourth, stole one on the fifth to take a 3-2 lead over Cameron. But it's the McFarland-Peterson game that merits a little conversation. McFarland had scored 2 on the fourth end to tie the game at 3. And I have to admit, I stepped away for a moment. Jill, can you tell me why the score is now 6-3 after a 3-point steal?
Yeah, Beth was, her team Peterson was drawing against 4 McFarland stones. They were all, probably the one that was best was about full 8, so Beth needed a little bit more than full 8 to score a single, and she was just a little bit on the lighter side, so it came up and touched one of the McFarland stones and rolled in. They did measure for a 4th point. But that went Peterson's way, so it was only a steal of 3 rather than 4 that they gave up in the 5th end.
So McFarland leads 6-3 over Peterson at the 5th end break. Good timing for the 5th end break, Jill. Gives your team a chance to kind of regroup after something like that.
Yeah, absolutely. You could tell the frustration, especially with Beth in that result. So I think having that 5th end break and being able to regroup with their coach will be a real key moment in how they come back out in the second half of the game. Some heavy, back in our game, some heavy rocks again in the first end, and sometimes we do see that in the 6th end after the ice makers have mopped the sheet. Sometimes it can slide a little bit more in the 6th end, so that certainly could be the case here. The Watling lead went back 12 and back 4. McLeod's lead, Jennifer Clark-Ruier, put up a great corner guard and then just a little bit heavier on the draw around, and it sits wide open.
But second, Victoria Baudry will try to get around that corner.
Line's good. Top 4. Got room. Top 4. Line's good. Whoa, whoa.
2 points down, Jill. Not enough that you have to panic yet.
Definitely not, especially, it's a 6th end, even end, and you have the last stone. We always talk about having hammer the last stone in the even ends, especially in the last half of the game. So if they can score 2 here, it puts them in a pretty good position still.
There it is. Let's go. Ace, buddy. Okay, you got it done. Oh, yes, it was. We got more high fives for that.
Emily Desaign's second shot here in the sixth end.
Yeah, and I'm not sure, like, she's still, that worked. they got it to curl a little bit, that they were able to hit and roll, but it sure hung out there again. She'd flashed her first one in that spot, and it looked like it was going to hang and hit and roll out again.
11-6. Okay. All right, do it again. Hair less. Close for line. Top 8. Line's
Last
okay.
of the second stones here in the sixth end. Victoria Baudry, the McLeod second.
Chris. Line's good. Close. Yep. Straight. Straight. Only straight. Right here. Right here. Whoa. Great pair. Nice.
Yeah, two really nice draws there to come around that corner guard.
At some point we'll hit these, but yeah, we can be patient. I like
It just straight peel here. I think those rocks are set up pretty nicely in the house, to the point that I don't think you really want to chase it at this point. That actually worked out. That was an over curl, but they jiggled those yellows around. Actually got it far enough to be fifth shot.
A long way from any kind of a plan that you would have visualized, but not actually a terrible result.
No, that certainly was the way to miss it, I think.
Really like anything
Mind you,
else.
you could have whizzed by it, I suppose, and maybe clipped the ones in the
You might have
house
picked
too.
it.
Yep. Yes. Yep. Yep. Whoa. Yes. 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 Right up. Right up. Hard. Okay.
You're trying to make the double there, just to get rid of like a couple of those red ones, maybe able to bring that yellow one back in play. I think they definitely had to hit that a little bit. Yeah, they had to hit that a little bit more on the nose. They might have ended up jamming anyways.
So Laura Burtnick with her second stone here in the sixth end. She'll try to hit and roll back to the center line right in front of the second yellow stone. Rolls too far.
So now a chance for McLeod to use that corner guard again, even though it's not their rock anymore. They can still make use of it. They know this spot well. Lots of room on this one. I think it's just that couple of feet heavy, and it takes forever to get that curl.
And again is going to slide deep. Will be second shot. Double to lie 3.
Yes.
Christy Watling's out turn. High side contact, half a rock.
That
rolls off, but does sit 2.
Yes, just hit that a little thicker than they wanted, so got that action off of the top of the second rock.
And we can roll to here. Yeah. I think it's nice to keep it alive, or we just draw. I don't want to think too long, but okay.
I like this big
Yeah,
roll.
we can if it overhooks, you just. Okay, let's throw control.
10? Okay.
Yeah.
I like it.
Okay. Control. Roll behind the corner, and if it takes off, we take it and roll in front of that other one, the one that's shot. Because that back one's like third shot right now, so I would like to keep it in play. Yeah, because it should curl, right? Nice release.
Fairly wide in turn hit, not ice that's been played in a great deal.
Close. Close. Curl. Curl.
Yeah, I did see this spot earlier in the game.
Whoa.
It runs pretty straight for a period of time, and then if you have the right weight, it curls just like that.
Good.
Oh, really nice roll.
It was a wonderful roll.
Yeah, just to sit in front of that red one.
Good. That's the option there.
It was really nice.
That was up.
So Christy's going to draw behind the corner guard. I don't think she wants to risk playing around with any of those rocks at the back because they are sitting second and I believe third, maybe second and fourth. There's no point in trying to hit that or hit anything. I think it just, they lose their own.
Yeah, they're second and fourth. The yellows are first and third. Lisa was hoping to find a way to bring that third shot stone into play.
Good shot there by Christy Watling. She certainly had more of her draw weight this game than what I saw this afternoon, so that's a good regroup by her.
Like draw to it, if you just touch it. Like they got by a lot, right? I think you just play the draw and you sweep to move it an inch if you can. It should curl, but we can play it with safe ice. I just think a little less. Yeah, a little less. That was, I didn't get one. 15, what was it? 15? 15-3. Yeah.
So this is actually over buried. I'm sitting right behind the sheet, right behind the hack, and it's actually over buried, but Lisa feels like
2 inches. Draw
they can.
first, though. If line's good, we sweep to tap.
Well, she finished my sentence.
Guys, no one was close to that guard. This is the ice I gave you guys. She had a little more with her intern. What's the speed?
Confident of the single, it's a question of whether or not they can just get that little bit of weight to move it an inch or two.
Right, and Christy did have a fair amount of room past the guard. So I do think that this is doable, especially because she doesn't have to move it too far, but you also have to make sure that you score.
Line's good.
Okay.
Hold then. Curl. Curl. Where? Curl.
These are the kinds of draws that have been sliding just a little bit deep.
Well, and when you have it in your head that you're trying to,
I think you're past it.
yeah, that when you're trying to move it rather than just draw, a tendency is to overthrow that, and that was just too much weight.
A stolen single point. 6-3. Watling over McLeod. We'll be back with the 7th end from Pilot Mound in just a moment.
Overthrown.
Today's sponsor, RME, right by you.
RME, proud sponsor of Curl Manitoba and the Women of the Rings Provincials. With 10 locations in Manitoba, RME is your preferred Case IH equipment dealer. RME, right by you.
Today's sponsor, PharmaSave. Canada's community pharmacy is proud to support Canada's community game.
At PharmaSave, we see you, and we care. We see the people in your life who depend on you, so you can depend on us. For prescriptions for common conditions, expert health advice, or support for life's little mishaps, come talk to your PharmaSave pharmacist.
And now collect and redeem Air Miles reward miles for even more value at PharmaSave.
Another draw attempt, slides just a little bit deep for Lisa McLeod. She gives up another steal of 1 and a 6-3 lead for Christy Watling and her team from East St. Paul over the McLeod team from the Pembina Curling Club. A little earlier, Jill, I said down 2, you don't need to panic. Down 3, playing the 7th, I'm not going to suggest you need to panic, but things begin to get a little more challenging.
Definitely, that was sort of a big miss there by Lisa. I think that single point might come back to haunt them. That's like I said, with those kinds of shots where you're trying to play a draw, but if it's a little bit heavy, then you might be able to move it to score. But then you have to make sure that you're throwing the right speed to make sure that you still score your 1. And I mean, she had weight that was just through the rings, which was even too heavy for trying to make the tap. So it's kind of a mind game that you're playing with yourself. But you have to just think about one shot, I think, sometimes when you're sitting in the hack.
Now, Jill, you commented earlier about all the historical facts I've got in my mind. I don't have this one. Did you play in Rivers when the Scotties was played in Rivers in 2020? You played as Team Canada so many times that you didn't have to play in the Manitoba, so I kind of lost track. Did you play in Rivers in 2020?
I did not, but I was coaching Team Fleury.
Oh, so you were. Okay. Well, then...
I was there, but I wasn't playing.
You were there, but you weren't playing. The context, of course, being that the announcement was made this afternoon that Rivers, the Riverdale Community Center, will host next year's RME Women of the Ring. So we're going back to Rivers with this championship.
Oh, that's great.
I'm just wondering if what your recollections were.
My recollections were that they gave heated blankets to all the coaches on the bench. And I brought it with me here.
Well, see, now that fits right into one of the comments in the Curl Manitoba news release where the host committee chairs, Justin Gerard, is co-chairing with Les Wedderburn. Les was the chair of the event in 2020, co-chairing this year in what I suspect is a well-planned transition in committee volunteerism in the community. But hospitality is a big thing, and one of the things they brag about is that if there's a championship curling event on in Rivers, there will be free coffee all week. So
great.
Now maybe that comes from being cold too. We don't want to overstate that one, but
it was a very well-run event. I do remember the hospitality being wonderful.
It's an event to look forward to. They've run a couple of arena events in that what was the new arena in Rivers. It's been there a few years now, but they ran the juniors about 2017, I believe, and it was the first time, at the time we believe, the first time that the juniors anywhere across Canada had been played in an arena. They played, because it was the double event, junior men, junior women, they played both the arena and the curling club, and gave the young people, some of whom are curling here in the women's and will no doubt go back next year to play in the women's, but it gave them a first experience in arena conditions.
Yeah, that is great experience, especially going on to play in an arena at the national championships.
The other team through here, so it's not as sticky, so it should be pretty normal. Same right.
So McLeod gets one out to the wings behind a tight corner guard, and will now try to go around the center. And we talked about the importance of the fifth end break after giving up a steal of 3, I see that the Peterson team did regroup properly.
They did, Resby. In fact, they got a 3 back. They even had to measure for the third point, but they were just measuring to see if that third rock was actually in the rings, which it was. So it's now back to a tie game playing the 7th end.
Great shot. That was a 14-8.
How you deal with adversity is often telling as to what your real future as a competitive team is, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a huge thing in that, having that resilience and that ability to park, an unfortunate end like that and be able to come back and score that is a key to winning championships.
Nice hit and roll by the Watling team to group the rocks in the center.
I think they were trying to roll to the other side, but that curled, so they called off just so that they could try to get underneath that guard a little bit.
If you get a piece, you get both.
No.
I'd have to say they took a little longer getting to that call than I might have thought they would.
Yeah, I agree. I think if you play the shot that they were originally thinking about, which was just trying to get by the red guard and sort of pick the top yellow one, knowing that they'd probably clip the back one too, I think there's a lot of risk with that. You might just feather ticket.
She drives it by, but does roll a little wide, so those two need to be covered again. McLeod will ask for a guard, as you heard, just halfway. That McMahon and Yates logo is standard definition for halfway.
Gotta let it curl off this one. Stay close. Let it curl. Curl, curl, curl.
This is a long way to go to get past this corner guard. They're trying to now play off of it a little bit.
Hard, anything. Okay.
But get nothing. The double kill is wide open now.
No, just a little up, so it just didn't have. Yeah, so it's okay. Tight. Like I was like, well, we can come on that one. I just got it on a little earlier. It's a 15-6, which is that was a 15-6. She makes the peel reround, so it's totally fine, right? And then we can get our skip sticks. That's a what?
Oh, like peel it out of the house.
She's making the double with peel. Right. No.
She's just a little bit wide here. Yeah, it just
Not quite out of the rings.
didn't quite hit enough of that top one to get the momentum on that back one to go out. Does move it off of the middle.
What do you like here? 15 or? Yeah. Yeah, because I've been throwing 15 and it's been heavy. Okay. So it's still gliding nicely here in this spot. Okay. Perfect.
Well, a chance for Lisa McLeod with her first stone here in the seventh end to get that draw weight under control. Bury one into the rings behind cover.
Go for speed. Yep. Line will get there. Go straight. Gotta go. Okay, line's really good. Hard. Gotta go. Hard it up.
Hard, you got it, guys. Go,
Hard,
go,
you're
go,
right.
go,
Yep.
go, go.
Gotta go. Push. Okay.
I had a 16.3 on that, so that's definitely a little bit light. I think, another 3 or 4 feet of weight, and they would have been able to drag that a bit further. Obviously, that would have 3 or 4 more feet. Obviously, would have been in the house, but then with sweeping, I think it would have been pretty good.
So the heavy draw on the previous end still in her mind.
Yeah, maybe a bit of overcompensation, which is better than doing the same thing, being heavy.
I will admit to you that when you say that, it comes to my mind. My dad used to say to me, "At least you were thinking."
Yes.
If that one came up just that little bit short after you threw one through.
Yeah, that's right. So if you're not making an adjustment, you're not really learning or thinking or figuring it out.
But it does take away the opportunity for McLeod to put a deuce on the board. She'll blank to keep hammer in the eighth.
Nice peel. Green. Yep. Roll it.
And gets the blank. So it stays 6-3. Christy Watling over Lisa McLeod and her team from the Pembina Curling Club. We'll be back in Pilot Mound at the RME Women of the Rings presented by Case IH after this few moment break.
Today's sponsor, RME, right by you. We hope you're enjoying this Manitoba Championship Curling, brought to you by Seagram's VO, integrity, tradition, and craftsmanship.
So you still don't recycle this at the office?
'Cause you're too busy? Work.
Or you're too important, like the boss.
The big boss. Do this, do that. Oh, recycling's not in your job description? Hey, not my problem.
Recycling's not in your inbox? Not in your to-do list? Hello? You drink it, you bin it.
Eat.
Meat.
Stay.
Canad Inn's destination centers are your home for hospitality, with 10 locations in Manitoba and 1 in North Dakota, featuring the finest in accommodations, food and beverage, entertainment, banquet and conference facilities, and so much more. For the best service and best value, your only stop is Canad Inns. Call today at 1-888-33-CANAD or visit us right now at canadinns.com.
A blanked 7th end. Welcome back to the Millennium Recreation Complex in Pilot Mound, Manitoba. Resby Coots with Jill Officer bringing you the story of the first round of play in the championship round, the crossover games. Watling finished as number 3 in her pool in the competition. McLeod number 1 in her pool, and they'll play a game tonight, 2 games tomorrow to complete the championship round. 3 teams will advance to the Sunday playoffs. Watling leads 6-3, as I said. McLeod with hammer in the 8th end needs to try to build a couple of points.
Yeah, and you see her indicate going around the corner guard. This is one of those times where she could, given that they're down 3 and they do have the hammer, they could put up another corner guard. And there's 2 choices with that as well. They could go to the other side and put up a corner guard. They could also throw a long corner guard and put double guards on the one side. They've chosen to go in already. I think I would have put up another guard.
Curl a little bit. Yep. Good. Nice shot. Okay. Sorry.
Nice come around.
I like this. Speed's good.
They did nicely execute the shot they called.
They did, yes, and I sort of think they're throwing a guard? I don't know what they're doing here, actually.
No, line's good. Close.
Oh, they're playing the come around everything.
Straight through. Real close for line. Stay close. Yep. Yes, you gotta go.
For a half second, I thought they were throwing it through Resby. With the 5-rock rule, they can't hit yet, so.
14.
Bites the back of the forefoot. So Lisa will try to clear up the center line and create another guard on the rock that she buried.
Yeah, and it would be great, too, if they actually moved that one that was in the top 8 foot a little bit. But the priority here is to make the roll.
Yep. Read up. Hard.
This is curling too much.
Roll it. Great shot. That's 2 for her.
They would have liked to hit that a little bit thinner, maybe, and catch a piece of the rings, but that does work out pretty good. It's another guard, and they removed 2.
Watling's second, Emily Deshane. She'll try to run that guard past and maybe catch the stone in the rings, but no, she'll just peel it off.
That's fine. Yeah, you got that weight, right? Mine says the same. You got it. I think she said good throw. Line's good. T-line. Hey, line's fine. No, back 8. Just off then, that's fine. Back 8. Curl. Curl to touch this. Yeah, curl to touch this. Curl to touch it. Keep going. You're close. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep good. 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 Okay. Good sweep.
They were just trying to get some curl out of that so that they could make sure to keep that rock sticking around, because it was probably going through if they hadn't touched their own.
Ted? How much?
Trying to hit this yellow one at the back, but I think they're better off. I don't know. I think they're better off rolling a little bit. They're going to create a pocket a little bit at the back here.
Either we hit roll or we can freeze the pocket.
They didn't have that much room to roll Watling, but this certainly creates an easy pocket for them, for McLeod.
Or just make the double. I like the hit and roll. Okay. I like having a bit of back. Normal.
So electing to hit here, not make the double, which I agree with, but trying to play a bit of a hit and roll. I think I'd still play the freeze.
Okay.
Having that pocket there, if you can play a freeze, you might have a chance for three.
Good. Good. Yeah, we're doing the double. Just, we're going to have to go through. That works.
Well, I do kill them both. They roll deep in the 8-foot circle.
That was an 8.
Watling will be shot rock if they get to the nose or a little bit of a roll to the center line.
Yep. Whoa. 10. Clean. Good.
In fact, rolls too deep in the 12-foot, so McLeod does lie one behind.
Yeah, and another opportunity for them to draw another one in there.
How deep do you want to be on this, Jill?
I think you just want to be frozen to your own. A little bit higher than that, if anything, but I think the key is to get this buried. Buried and second shot.
Tight. Well, line's great. If you can get it in, it's great.
Go! Right out!
Yeah.
On, right back! Go!
Just a bite. Oh, great sweep.
She did get it by and did get a bite.
Yeah, it is third shot, which is still not bad, but it's certainly a few feet deeper would have been ideal.
Chrissy thinks she can wrap around and corner freeze on the yellow shot stone.
Yeah, I think she has to play this, really. And I do think she could probably tuck a piece in there.
That was a 6-3. No, it is top 8.
Skip rocks come in the 8th then. Watling leads by 3. McLeod has 7.
Line's good! Take a look.
Just top 8! Yeah!
Looks okay.
Lots of line!
Pass to curl.
Pass to
Easy.
curl!
Pass to curl.
5-3, curl!
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 Take it back.
Curl!
Take it back.
Yeah, I think the sweepers just needed to be a little bit more patient on that. They swept that a fair amount early, didn't really let it catch that movement and that curl, and they actually wanted that probably a couple of feet higher. So they could have managed that rock a little bit better down the sheet. And now this is pretty almost wide. Well, I wouldn't say wide open. There's maybe a couple of inches that's buried, but certainly accessible for Lisa McLeod.
Yeah, it's under a bit. Okay. Roll it away a little. Yeah, enough, or whatever we can, roll it away. Hers is a corner under, so control.
Wants to roll back to the center line to
So just eliminate
prevent
the
a
draw.
double kill.
Whoa, curl. No, close. Clean. Curl, curl, curl. Curl, curl. Yep.
Hard curl, hard curl, hard curl. Go, Troy.
She's barely going to get a piece of this, I think. Oh, wow.
Okay.
That worked out really well for them.
You seem a little bit speechless, as a matter of fact.
Yes, I would say that. And I don't think that happens very often, actually. But
To make that as a double kill and leave 3 is a huge break for the McLeod team.
yeah, and they were sweeping it to make it curl just to try to get more of it, not necessarily to play the double. But that certainly worked out. But it did leave this open yellow rock now for Christy Watling. If they can tuck a piece underneath, they might get out of this without giving up 3.
Needs to get a hit and an inside roll. Will roll away, leaving Christy Lisa McLeod. Draw to the rings to tie the game.
Do you have a turn preference? This turn's good for speed? Okay. Would you rather take the other? Well, I'm gonna throw a 15, right? 20, not a 20, not a 30. Okay. It's the same speed as this way, so if I give you a few feet more, it'll be okay, right? Okay. On the button.
Anywhere in the rings for a big 3.
Line's good. Hanging. Whoa. Now moving
But there's an important message to both teams by being better than just anywhere in the rings, isn't there? By putting it on the button.
Yeah, especially this late in the game. You never know when you might have a draw to the button for a win. You just heard the third say, oh yeah, I would like it on the button. Just gives the skip some confidence.
Right. So it is a 3 and a tie score, 6-all after 8 completed ends. Watling with hammer playing 9. We'll be back with that 9th end in a moment.
Okay, so we're forcing. We don't want them to blank, so we're going to go 1, maybe 2 guards depending.
Today's sponsor, Sunrise Credit Union. Building a brighter future together.
If you grow up in a small town in this part of the world, you basically learn how to curl real young. The kids and even adults who didn't have a place to go because so many facilities were closed. So people started gravitating to our rink and coming out and skating, curling. It became a place to come every weekend for so many families. We would see upwards of 70 people coming and going, on a given Saturday or Sunday. I think it means a huge amount to so many people. It's an opportunity for friends, family, everybody to get together, have some fun.
At Viterra, we believe in the power of connection. Our world-leading agriculture network connects producers and consumers to supply top-quality food ingredients each and every day. Our team takes great pride in working closely with farmers to help feed the world. It's something we've been doing for over 100 years. And as an industry leader, we're dedicated to playing a critical role in meeting the needs of a growing world. Because together, we're stronger and achieve more.
Win a chance to cheer on Team Canada at the Worlds in Moose Jaw, the Jets, the Bombers, the Goldeyes, or your favorite on a night out at Assiniboia Downs. And support the Manitoba Curling Hall of Fame and Museum effort to preserve Manitoba's curling history and celebrate the greats in Manitoba curling. It's a Manitoba sports ticket raffle. Tickets are $5, 3 for $10, 10 for $25, or 40 for $50. Scan the QR code on your screen now for the complete prize and raffle details and to buy your tickets. Or go to fundingchange.ca/MB Curl Museum.
Welcome back to Pilot Mound, Manitoba, the RME Women of the Rings Championship presented by Case IH. A little bit of good fortune for Lisa McLeod. A shot that might just as easily have been a miss turns into a double kill and sets up a 3 for McLeod to tie the game. Christy Watling has controlled play for a good deal of the game, now has the hammer, playing the 9th end, tied. Looking across the way, Kate Cameron scored a 2 on the 6th, 2 more on the 7th, now leads Darcy Robertson 6-3, and after giving up scoring the 3, giving up the 3 to Beth Peterson, Haley McFarland has scored a single on the 7th, and they lead 7-6, playing the 8th.
Line's good. Line's good, but has to move.
Can't. Back 8.
Okay. Stay close. Whoa. Okay. Where?
Back 4.
Straight. Yep. Pass this. Yep. Whoa. Curl. Okay. Good.
First opportunity, the Watling team will rip off that center guard.
Yep. Clean. Good. Good throw.
You can see from that overhead, the yellow team, McLeod lying 2, 1 on the button, 1 biting the back of the forefoot. McLeod will play guards all afternoon if she can here.
Yeah, especially with that 1 on the button. Just an update, Resby. Beth Peterson's had a hit for Beth Peterson had a hit for 2. Over curled and just ticked it, so gave up a steal of 1. So now McFarland is up 2 without playing 9.
It's all here. Okay, whoa, no, don't need to. Straight. Whoa, no. Gotta sit. Okay, not bad.
A little deeper than they wanted on that guard. That's pretty tight. Now Watling can get some granite moving here.
Back 8.
Oh, there looks like there's space. How much weight? Same weight.
High side hit here puts the yellow across the face of the red and runs the red straight back onto the rock on the button.
Yes, and hopefully splits the, even that 1 on the back, and hopefully splits those yellow ones a little bit into the back of the house, just to create some space in the scoring area.
Whoa. Close. Yep. Yes. Whoa! Flora! Off! Great shot.
Just exactly like that.
Good pull.
Hit this. Okay, so we can, yeah, like basically we don't want to give them a double, but I don't like a guard because they can play here. We can draw.
Yeah.
This is probably the best if you corner freeze.
Yeah.
If you trap, it's not great. Or else we just hit this.
Or hit and roll.
We can hit and roll here.
Yeah.
It's not bad. You can roll big.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Okay. Contend.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you have to know what your goal is here this end. Are you trying to steal, or are you trying to force to a single? So I think by playing this shot, they're thinking a little bit more at this point about forcing Watling to a single in the ninth end.
So she'll play the hit. She'll like to roll back toward the red one in the edge of the 8-foot circle. Certainly sits there as a catcher if she rolls a little too strong.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm a bit tight.
Yep.
Yes.
Whoa. Yep. 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 Well, yep.
A little bit tight is not good news.
Whoa. 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 Yep. Roll it. Roll it. Roll it. Roll it. Here, right here. Yep. 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 Whoa,
Right to
whoa,
it.
whoa. Good.
Really nice roll.
Beauty.
It is.
Yeah, perfect roll in front of that shot.
Yeah. Nice rolls. It's good. Yep. Hard.
Laura Burtnick now. She's got to hang in the rings with this hit.
Quiet. No, then you gotta go hard. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Yellow shot stone by my perspective from that overhead.
Yes, Lisa would agree.
Or we guard it, but we're shot.
I was thinking guard or even freeze.
Pardon me?
Guard or can we get in?
We can also hit it. Like, it's pretty good. If you hit
I like
sit
a tight
two.
guard.
If we hit it though, we might chunk this in for shot. So I don't really want to touch it.
No, I don't want to touch it either. I was thinking a tight guard.
Tight guard.
Right?
Let him freeze to it. Follow them down.
Yeah.
I don't mind being in like that tight.
Okay.
Okay.
So tight.
Her first instinct was to go to the wide side.
Okay, ice is still fast.
Yeah, I think that they're trying to force here. There's just a couple of ways that they're seeing that could happen. One of them is playing this shot to the top 12 foot, forcing Watling to draw in there, and then they would continue to draw in there and follow them down. My first thought was to go to the open side, separate the rocks, and you're still forcing them, or in a situation to force them to a single.
Yep, both go, both go.
Hard curl.
Yep, a little more, a little more. Yep, go, go, go. A little more. Great shot. Good, good, good.
I've actually said many, many times that while curling is not a typical sport, in many instances, sport is basically a case of reacting to the situation. But in my mind, curling is a reaction sport in regard to just that situation. If your first instinct was to play to the other side of the rings, I'm inclined to think that your first reaction is the right reaction.
Yeah, definitely a lot of times I think that's the case. You always want to have that discussion, especially more so in complex situations. You want to make sure that you have that discussion, that you're not missing anything, or that everyone's on the same page with what you're trying to accomplish.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can be known. Fine. Okay, good.
No, but then we'd roll really far and then they just hit right back in there.
So Laura Burtnick will play her out turn draw, wrap it around that corner.
Stubby! Hard line! Stubby! Hard!
They might be able to move this half an inch even to get shot.
Hard to get by! Push there. Hard! Right to it, right to it, right to it. Go, 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 go. Great shot. Perfect.
Really nice shot. I think they might have actually gotten second shot out of that too. Resby, what do you think?
Well, from that overhead shot, it would be one that you would be planning to measure if it comes down to it.
Sarah, 5-3.
That was the only problem with McLeod's team playing that shot, like sort of to guard that.
Pretty fine there. Like if it's hanging out, you
Gives
can
a signal for
and,
further
like,
consultation.
We just have to have the line. Yeah. If you touch it and roll, it's not terrible. I'm worried like we can run and kill two, but then we might be giving them two easily. Whereas if we make this or we make this, it takes away the end. We need to make it. Giving this a go, right? Yeah. Because if the line's good, I can touch this. We just need to be full 8 and out count this one. Yeah. Right? It doesn't need to be like kill or freeze. Yeah. Okay.
I feel like going back a couple of shots, I feel like
we gotta hold that line. Yeah.
McLeod playing the guard on this and being aware that Watling was going to come down and freeze and that they would have to do the same thing. It's made their own shots much more precise than they probably needed to be. I think if they'd gone to the open side, you're probably playing a little bit more open hits to force to a single.
So
now you have to be really, really precise and hope that you force to a single.
Pretty light. Though you didn't really touch it much. No.
If Lisa McLeod is going to make one precision draw in this game, this one has to be it.
Line's good. Okay, you can freeze the back one. Wolf. Yep, line. Whoa, just for weight. Play the weight. Line's curling a lot. Top. Whoa. You're losing line. Straight. Gotta go. Hard. Okay.
They just lost that a little bit.
Yeah,
I think the sweepers thought it was maybe a hair deeper than it actually ended up being. And then they lost the line on that because of it. If they'd managed that just a little bit better, they would have had a perfect shot.
Back here. Okay.
I think they did get second out of that though.
It would appear, and so Watling is going to split the house with her first stone here in the 9th.
Oh yeah, why? You thought it was minimum or max? Oh yeah, no, this is, yeah, this is.
Line's good. Sweeper back 4. Gotta go for weight. Hard then. Really gotta go weight. Hard. 16 hard. Keep going. It's close. Okay. 16.
Bit of a missed opportunity
Can
there.
you just play here?
I think so.
Yeah. Like sitting here is fine. You just gotta. This is, I think, the shot. Same shot. Same ice.
Pair more?
Yeah. No, I think same because they carved it and we didn't need to. Same shot, but played the back. Well, I don't think we get shot.
Yeah, that's true. That might be easier. With tap weight? No, just tap.
Oh.
Right? Like just tap to here. Don't have to kill it. It might be easier to get there.
Well, do you want a new shot or same shot?
Well, yeah. That's what I figured. I could be to the back. I could be to that one. I can almost even be to ours if it's here. Then she has a double though. For
gotta be a little.
Pardon me?
You can't be beside it. You gotta
Okay.
be a little bit back.
Okay. I can't decide now. Let's play the same shot. We know the ice.
Yep, I like that.
I can't decide. I like them both. Kidding. Do I get the 2 throws?
So there was a bit of discussion thinking that like tapping the yellow to sit frozen on the red might actually be an easier shot to get the result. But like Lisa said, they just did play this shot. She had decent weight. They just need to manage it a little bit better than they did. So I like this call.
McLeod's final stone here in the 9th. Needs to be shot stone.
More line, hanging. Line's fine. Okay, line's good. Line's good. Line's good. Whoa, line's good. Line's good. Go on. Yep. Line's really good. Curl a bit. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Trying to draw it back to that back red stone, but it will roll off.
Just over curled a little bit, maybe a pound too much weight. And that leaves a hit for 2.
Did contact that red one, so no question now of which one is counting between those. Wouldn't have come into play anyway because of the first stone. Christy Watling's final stone in the 9th. Just move that yellow stone back to count a pair.
Yep. Clean. Close. Yep. Hard. Clean. 2 red? Yep.
And there it is, a pair of reds. Watling reestablishes a 2-point lead going to the 10th end. It is 8-6 score. McLeod will have the hammer on the 10th. This is the RME Women of the Rings Championship in Pilot Mound. We'll be back with the 10th in a moment.
Today's sponsor, RME, right by you.
RME, proud sponsor of Curl Manitoba and the Women of the Rings Provincials. With 10 locations in Manitoba, RME is your preferred Case IH equipment dealer. RME, right by you.
Curl Manitoba is proudly sponsored by Manitoba Pork. Good for me, good for Manitoba.
At PharmaSave, we see you, and we care. We see the people in your life who depend on you, so you can depend on us. For prescriptions for common conditions, expert health advice, or support for life's little mishaps, come talk to your PharmaSave pharmacist.
And now collect and redeem Air Miles reward miles for even more value at PharmaSave.
It is the final end of our feature game from Pilot Mound, the Manitoba Women's Curling Championship, the RME Women of the Rings, presented by Case IH. Lisa McLeod, just not quite as precise as needed to be on a couple of draws late in the ninth end. Gives up a pair when Christy Watling is able to make the tap, stick for 2.
Where?
2.5. Little
Line's
high.
good. Line's good.
Tight. Sign. Almost your broom.
Yellow corner guard.
Sit.
Center line guard
nice.
on
Good
the
pair.
first Watling stone, and it does, or does it just stay touching the center line?
I think it is off, actually. I don't know that that would change.
Wouldn't change the call anyway.
I don't think so.
Yeah, line's fine, got room. Good. T, let it bend. Line's getting better. Stay close. T, top 4, coming down. Curl. Down. Curl. Top out. Gotta go, curl. Yep, you can go. Both go. Hard finish. Hard finish. Right back. Right back. Good speed. Nice start.
Good start to the end for both teams here.
Not the same time, but I mistimed the second one.
Once again, McLeod first opportunity goes behind her center or her corner guard.
That's all there. No. No. Lots of line. Curl.
No. Curl. Okay, go now. Hard. Hard.
I think they were
Right
trying to
hard.
throw a long guard there.
Hard. Good.
This out.
Do you want to play a freeze and then peel? Or just run it now?
Yeah. I think so. Okay. Normal up.
Lean. Close. Yep. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Curl. Shoot her around. Okay, nice job.
So another update in that little bit of a crazy McFarland-Peterson game. Beth Peterson had a hit for 4 Resby. Maybe even 5, but only got 2 for sure, and they're measuring for the 3rd. Some wild stuff happening over there.
So that game is 8-all, maybe 9-8. Peterson coming home, depending on the measure.
Correct.
Roll it. Yep. Good.
Corner guard peeled, rolls back to center.
Or we could just try to wrap
8-8 Resby. It was 2.
without leaving a double.
So tie game in the Peterson-McFarland
Nice leg.
game, and McFarland will have the last stone in the 10th end.
Here. If we get one in, then it's in the 4-foot. Like, we have the 4-foot open. I don't think I like guarding that anymore. No. Hit. Well, yeah, I don't think I want to throw a peel. Okay. Right? So you could try to play here or just wrap, get one in here, sunk.
I kind of like the out turn. But what do you see? Okay. What do you like? Okay.
So a bit of decision time here. You heard Lisa say she doesn't want to guard this rock anymore. They have some guards in the middle, so they're going to try to make use of them.
Down 2 with hammer. McLeod has to make something happen. Tries to use the 2 center guards to start that.
And an update in the Cameron Robertson game. Cameron just made a run back and scored 2 points, so they will be up 8-5 without the last ruck playing the 10th end.
I want them chasing so that they're
Eight. Here's fine. Because we hit the open, their fault. They're going.
So McLeod does wrap around those center guards into the top of the forefoot.
Easy. Line only. Oh. T-line. No. It's trying.
No, no, we can't.
T-line, back four.
Yeah, I can't. Okay, tough one. 4-1.
Okay.
Okay.
So this is an opportunity for McLeod to get another one in the 4-foot area. If Watling had frozen that scoring area was getting smaller for McLeod's team. So this is an opportunity for them to get another one in there.
Gave it a touch. Line's okay. Room, no. Well, if you can. Whoa. No line. Hanging. Curl.
This one looks a little bit heavy too, Resby.
Whoa, Jen. Whoa, just leave it. Sit.
She'll slide back to the backing, roll off, but sits 4th shot stone. Watling will ask Laura Burtnick to go around again.
Yep. Toppy. Push. Where? Easy. Toppy. Whoa, line. No. Up. No bounce. Top 4. Yep. Clean. Do it. Clean. Great shot. Good.
Really good weight adjustment there by Laura. She was quite a bit heavy on that first one.
Sarah, 15.
Oh, good.
So really good adjustment.
You have some options. Either we hit it on the inside or we hit it on the outside. Try to get on the inside of it. Heel.
Running this back, trying to get the Reds moving a little bit, open up some space in the middle.
Yes. Gotta go. Right up. Hard. Want to go tick bang. Okay. Crap. Okay.
Time. Time.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, the timeout's already taken.
Are we ever playing that?
I don't think we need to.
Team Watling coach Tom Clasper is making his way out to consult with the team.
But why do we need to nose that? I don't think that's coming into play. It's always touching this.
I think it's still going.
Yeah, but do you ever come here then and just...
I'm just thinking scoreboard is hit.
What do you see, Tom?
Yeah, because like she can play the hit and roll here for her second point.
We just know if it's a much steeper angle for her.
If we roll out.
I've actually
What do you think
been
she's
looking
doing?
at that a little bit myself. That double, remove both of those yellows.
Do you see the double off that or just nose it? You guys see the double, or do you want me to just leave this one for now?
I kind of like that it's welded on. I like it. Yeah. Like I think just knows this. Now she's got to make a big shot.
Okay, so you don't want to roll in at all?
I don't think you have to. You can flop in a little, but.
Right, like even if we're here.
That's okay there.
She's going in and there's two staying. Okay. So nose?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, just a 10.
Okay. Right on the
You
nose.
know it.
Easy shot for you.
Yeah.
So they're worried about Lisa having a hit and roll off of her own rock to get into the forefoot. The one shot that they didn't talk about Lisa having is the intern draw, which on the overhead looks to me like it's possible. I think that you could get by there to get, yeah, full four, even full back four. There's certainly room there to me. So I would have been tempted. Christy did talk at one point about tapping that red one on the right hand side of the center line. They also could have drawn themselves, but they'd have to be careful not to be heavy. So I might not have done that per se, but I'm
Well,
not
they
sure
have
I would-
they've elected to hit that outside rock. Nose, little inside roll, in fact, rolls outside.
9-6, 9-5. Or I can do this and blast them. And then this goes out. This goes out. This might go back here. It's hard though. But that's fine. Like it's a hard shot. And if I pick it, she guards. If she hits it, she's sitting too, but I might have, I don't know, something. Like this is hard, but it's really good. Or we make this right now.
Roll.
And even if I miss it, right now I can draw for 2. What's she playing?
If you miss it, she's hitting the 2-2.
Wow.
Wow.
It's not bad. I think I gotta make this.
I think so.
Okay, I think we're gonna come into ours. I don't wanna throw it too hard. I think I'm throwing control, because we
I like
wanted to
control.
roll down.
Yes.
We gotta make the roll.
Yep. Thin.
So because Watling's shot didn't sit on the nose and they rolled out a little bit, it actually helps McLeod with the angle. So Watling's team didn't take away the hit and roll angle that they were hoping to with that shot.
Gotta give it a chance to roll, so aggressive ice.
Lisa McLeod, her first stone, needs to score a pair. Looking for a roll off this outside rock over into the forefoot.
Hard curl! Hard going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Sit. Okay. Too aggressive on the ice.
Do we lose the 7 with it?
I don't think it matters, because she has to make a double.
I guess this clears it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You like that?
I do. Feel?
Yeah. You like that ice?
We're hitting a quarter, half.
Well, as much as we can.
Okay. Yeah, I like it.
Okay.
Final shot of the end, perhaps final shot of the game for Christy Watling. She'll throw her in turn. Peel weight. Contact red, kill yellow.
I think they'll just want to make sure they don't hit it too thin, because then the momentum's kind of also going into the red one and might not get as much movement on the yellow. They got to go to get this by.
Just ticks it. So it does leave McLeod to draw. Has to be full in the forefoot circle.
You need half the forefoot?
Yeah. And I don't want to go too wide. Yeah. But I think I think we need here.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, like this is not ideal, but yeah, right there.
Okay.
Okay.
You got it.
Do we want a little more out here? Time out? Oh, thank you. Do we want a little more weight out here just because we're a little wider? Yeah. I'm just wondering if I'm like maybe a 15. Watch out. Yeah, I was giving you guys middle. And we're going side 4. We need about half the forefoot. So I like the line, it's just a weight. Be like a 15? Like what I give you here. Do you want that weight or do you want more? Okay. So it's pretty nice. Same as it's been.
We haven't really seen much, I don't think, this far out. So they're just discussing the speed of the path and whether it's going to be close to sort of the rest of the middle part of the sheet, or if she needs to throw a little bit more.
Oh no. Roll on. Whoa, no. Hanging. Okay, starting to curl now. It'll be curl. Gotta be T. Gotta curl. Roll. Gotta curl. No. 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 Oh.
That has been the case the entire game. Lisa just struggled with the precision of the draw weight, or sometimes the sweeping management, but she does slide through. It is a final 8-7 officially.
Okay.
And that does wrap our game for tonight. A final comment, Jill, on what we've seen?
Yeah, it was an interesting game and lots of really good shots, but then also some opportunities for both teams to try to capitalize, which sometimes happened and sometimes didn't. So it was entertaining and big win for Watling.
Christy, we have your water.
Tremendous win for Christy Watling, and Lisa McLeod is going to have to regroup, come back tomorrow. There are 2 more games for all these teams as they complete the championship round. That does wrap it up for us for tonight. Resby Coots with the Jill Officer. Thank you very much for being with me, Jill. A tremendous pleasure for me to work with you. And looking at tomorrow's schedule, at the 9 a.m. draw, our feature game will be Cameron versus McLeod, and the afternoon game, Peterson versus Watling. We'll be back tomorrow with more from the RME Women of the Rings Championship presented by Case IH, the Millennium Recreation Center in Pilot Mound, Manitoba.
Today's sponsor, RME, right by you.
RME, proud sponsor of Curl Manitoba and the Women of the Rings Provincials. With 10 locations in Manitoba, RME is your preferred Case IH equipment dealer. RME, right by you.
You grow up in a small town, and in this part of the world, you basically learn how to curl real young. The kids and even adults, they didn't have a place to go because so many facilities were closed. So people started gravitating to our rink and coming out and skating, curling. It became a place to come every weekend for so many families. We would see upwards of 70 people coming and going, on a given Saturday or Sunday. I think it means a huge amount to so many people. It's an opportunity for friends, family, everybody to get together, have some fun.
Today's sponsor, PharmaSave. Canada's community pharmacy is proud to support Canada's community game.
At PharmaSave, we see you, and we care. We see the people in your life who depend on you, so you can depend on us. For prescriptions for common conditions, expert health advice, or support for life's little mishaps, come talk to your PharmaSave pharmacist.
And now collect and redeem Air Miles reward miles for even more value at PharmaSave.
Today's sponsor, Recycle Everywhere. You drink it, you bin it.
So you still don't recycle this at the office?
'Cause you're too busy? Work, work, work.
Or you're too important, like the boss.
The big boss. Do this, do that. Oh, is cycling's not in your job description? Hey, not my problem.
Recycling's not in your inbox? Not in your to-do list? Hello? You drink it, you bin it.
Curl Manitoba is proudly sponsored by Manitoba Pork. Good for me, good for Manitoba.
Original 16. Celebrate things done well.
At Viterra, we believe in the power of connection. Our world-leading agriculture network connects producers and consumers to supply top-quality food ingredients each and every day. Our team takes great pride in working closely with farmers to help feed the world. It's something we've been doing for over 100 years. And as an industry leader, we're dedicated to playing a critical role in meeting the needs of a growing world. Because together, we're stronger and achieve more.
Why not? Just watch. Why not? Keep scrolling, I slide. Why not?
As a broadcaster and Hall of Fame football player, I'm constantly in the lab of life. For 15 years, my friends at Not Auto Corp have been pioneers as well.
Why not?
Introducing Winnipeg Car Lab, custom car wraps, graphics, and auto
Why
services.
not?
Winnipeg, why not get in the lab?
From small towns to big cities, Chicken Chef is comfort food you can count on. We're your chicken choice, and pizza choice, and salad choice, and so much more. Chicken Chef, bring your appetite. We'll take care of the rest.
For exceptional customer service that measures up to any job, see the experts at McMahon and Yates. From tools to materials and everything in between, the experts at McMahon and Yates make sure that you have everything you need for your next project. All delivered right to your door. McMahon and Yates. Make it better.
Eat.
Meet.
Stay.
Canad Inn's destination centers are your home for hospitality, with 10 locations in Manitoba and 1 in North Dakota, featuring the finest in accommodations, food and beverage, entertainment, banquet and conference facilities, and so much more. For the best service and best value, your only stop is Canad Inns. Call today at 1-888-33-CANAD or visit us right now at canadinns.com.
New at Asham, the Shore Glide Delivery Aid. Precision, stability, and style all in one. Available with or without broom caddy. With its durable design, it's built to last season after season. Check out our website at asham.com.
Today's sponsor, Co-ops of Manitoba. Win a chance to cheer on Team Canada at the Worlds in Moose Jaw, the Jets, the Bombers, the Goldeyes, or your favorite on a night out at Assiniboia Downs. And support the Manitoba Curling Hall of Fame and Museum effort to preserve Manitoba's curling history and celebrate the greats in Manitoba curling. It's a Manitoba sports ticket raffle. Tickets are $5, 3 for $10, 10 for $25, or 40 for $50. Scan the QR code on your screen now for the complete prize and raffle details and to buy your tickets, or go to fundingchange.ca/MB Curl Museum. Thank you for joining us for this Manitoba Championship draw, brought to you by Seagram's 83, Manitoba's #1 whiskey.
RME, proud sponsor of Curl Manitoba and the Women of the Rings Provincials. With 10 locations in Manitoba, RME is your preferred Case IH equipment dealer. RME, right by you.